Hello Aries, Elsie here to do a bonus read. How are you, my fire family? I hope you're well. Thank you so much for clicking here. Thought I would show up here and drop some cards for you, catch you up on some energy before we start the new week, before we get to the sneak peek and all of that. Let me just pull a deck here. I feel like it's supposed to be this one. Let's take a look at this. Aries, how you doing? I'm here to do this reading. It is a bonus read, so those bonus reads are always for the current or the future energy. I try not to go back there. If it shows up, I'm going to acknowledge it, of course, but I'm not going to really dig into anything back there. And yeah, let's take a look at what's happening here. If you are interested in a private read, don't forget that I do have a couple of sales on, one on pre-recorded readings, one on live readings as well. I do have the pre-recorded readings one on just until the 31st. 10% off any of my services over at Hypsee. Please take the link to Hypsee to go take a look at my pricing and packages. I've added 4 new packages over there. All right, let's find out what is going on for you. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Aries, please. This is the most important thing Aries Collective needs to know. My fire family, tell me about Aries. Aries, we start out with the 8 of Pentacles. You have been very, I saw this fire at the bottom here, and I was going to say engulfed. You've been very sort of engulfed in or obsessed with getting some sort of project off the ground or getting it done, or maybe you're just working a lot. Tell me about the 8 of Pentacles. We have the Emperor. Yeah, you really are taking care of business here. It feels like with the Emperor energy that you are very serious about a project or getting the details right on something here. Almost to a point of perfection. Why is the Emperor here? We've got the Ace of Pentacles. So it feels like you're ready to possibly begin something new or invest in something. There's like a solid offer here that I think that you're looking at. I feel like what you're looking at here is, am I confident enough that this is going to work out? It feels like with the 8 and the 1 here, I feel like you are working your way towards something. Looking at the details, it feels like perfectionist energy. I'm going to say be careful because, you know, that's not really a medal to wear on your chest. Being a perfectionist will stop you from doing a lot of things. But I feel like this is, it's like a project or something that you're about to invest in. It could be a relationship, but it feels like everything must be perfect. I have to look over all the analytics. I'm not going forward with the investment if everything is not in place here. Tell me about Aries. The Emperor is you, Aries. That's your energy. Feels like you're in charge of something, or you're the person who has the last word. I feel like you're keeping something under wraps, that you're not really showing other people on the surface, that there is something under the surface that you are really, I don't think it's worry, but it feels like that you are being very serious about. It's got to have, everything's got to be in place. It's got to, the contract has to have everything that I ask for, or it's a no-go. Because this is a really big investment. It feels like it's quite large. We've got the Justice card. It could be something that is going to require legal representation. But I also feel like you are very good with making decisions that that I feel bring harmony. It feels like this Justice card is telling me that something is about to be restored. Now listen, you could be a person who restores homes. You could be restoring your faith in something or someone's faith in you. It feels like it's really important though, because the 8 of Pentacles showed up first and then we have the Justice card. So it feels like this will sort of break through the wall of karma, if that makes any sense. It feels like something is about to be restored, or now I'm going to get to move forward, but I am not going to move forward at all if everything is not in place. I feel like you're sort of looking forward to some sort of harmonious balance, or possibly maybe you need to have somebody look over a legal situation. And that might also, the Justice card and the 8 of Pentacles tells me if there is a contract, please make sure that you go over every single point, because we are already in the Mercury retrograde pre-shadow, right? We have been since the 17th, and I think that Mercury goes into retrograde in Scorpio, right? Which is another red flag. It's going in, and I think Mars is going to be in Scorpio as well. So something could go very wrong in terms of a contract that you haven't looked over with every detail. So please have somebody legal look at the contract with you if that is... If that's what we're talking about, because I feel like this is like a super big investment. It feels like you're investing the whole empire. Do you know what I mean? So it feels like if this falls through, if it falls through, it's not going to be good. I could lose a lot. We've got the Page of Wands. This is something that really excites you, though. I think that the reason that you're willing to invest in it, whether it's a relationship or a job or a business or, another kingdom for your empire or whatever it is, and, maybe you're inviting in another business to be part of your empire, I would say, or another person to work within your business. It feels like whatever it is, it feels exciting, and it almost makes you feel like a kid again. The thought of investing in this particular thing, it feels like a little bit reckless to you, like you're taking a little bit of a leap of faith, or you're taking a little bit of risk. But I think it's managed risk, understand, because the Ace of Pentacles is here. And with the Eight of Pentacles here, I'm not worried about it, really. It feels like it's managed risk, but it feels like it makes you either feel like a kid again, which could mean a relationship. It could be something here makes you feel the inward excitement that you used to feel. It's like when a project is about to start that is going to take off. It's like investing in something that is a really good investment, and you just cannot wait to watch something grow here. We do have the Knight of Pentacles. It feels like this is something that has been under wraps, and something that you have not been telling anybody. It's been taking a long time to get all of the details nailed down. So it feels like this is something that you've been reassessing and analyzing and deciding that there's no rush here. But the excitement of the investment, I feel, is what you are feeling these days. We have the the Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck with the Six of Wands. It does feel for some of you that it could be something that is emotionally fulfilling for you, because the Ace of Cups and the Six of Wands tells me it's going to get a lot of attention, or you're ready to give something that you love a lot of your emotional attention. So maybe that's also why you're being very careful with the Eight of Pentacles, because it's going to take a lot of your emotional attention. Tell me about the Emperor. What do we need to know about the Emperor, please? Who's the Emperor? You could be an Emperor who has Libra energy. Libra, the Justice energy, right? Libra's very careful. They're very well thought out, and they're very careful. And all of the air signs have their thing. And with Libra, it's very much moving slow, because I want to make sure that I want to make sure that I don't make a mistake, right? Which is when we got Justice here with the Eight of Pentacles, that makes it double hard. It feels like something here has been moving in a forward direction, but really slow. We've got 8, 9, 10 Pentacles, and it's going to pay off. Like, it is going to pay off, but I feel like it's something that has taken a lot of time. So maybe you've been building this for many years, or thinking about building it. We've got the Hermit energy. Yeah, I feel like you're not telling people about it. I feel like you're keeping it to yourself until you go over all of the details about, is it going to work? How is it going to make me look? How is it going to make me look from other people viewing it from the outside in? I feel like it could be a spiritual opportunity for some of you with the Hermit showing up here. It feels like somebody here has already been through a dark night of the soul and doesn't plan on going into another one just yet. The 10 of Cups is here. So I feel like you are in a really happy place spiritually. So I feel like that's why you are trusting Justice in the Eight of Pentacles. You're really in a place where you're trusting yourself, not only in the Pentacle world and with your decision making with Justice here, but also emotionally. You're all in emotionally, and I think that you are in a place where this seems like a really exciting investment. It could be the investment of a family. Like maybe you're looking at dating someone who has a family. We've got the Ten of Cups here, but it doesn't have to be. It feels like if it is, it's a spiritual union. It's something that maybe you've been keeping under the surface for a little bit. We have the Star. The reason that this is all coming about for the Emperor is because there has been, not only is it your time for wish fulfillment, but I feel like you've really healed your finances. It feels like you've healed the Pentacle world for yourself. So you've realized the value in moving slow, in keeping things under the surface and not divulging them immediately. I feel like you're about to make a really big investment in possibly a marriage or a relationship, or possibly something that has to do with business. Whatever it is, it's going to be very long-term, and that's why you're going slow and being very careful and keeping all of the details, keeping control of all of the details. You are the last word, the final word here. I feel like you've checked all of this out spiritually, emotionally. Tell me what the Ace of Pentacles is. We do have the Page of Swords. You've been observing this from a distance for a while. We have the Four of Cups. Not in a hurry to move forward. Looking at this from a distance and making sure that this is where I want to put my time, effort, energy, or money. Yeah, in the Hanged Man energy, we're in a pause, getting perspective, and I don't care how long I have to sit in the Four of Cups. I feel like you are ready to pull the plug at any moment. This is very interesting energy with the Four of Cups, because not only are you comfortable there, but you're looking at the Hanged Man saying, I can be in the pause for as long as I want. I don't really care if people tell me that I'm stagnant in my energy, but I'm not making a move forward until I've got the whole perspective. And I think that's why you're viewing someone, something, or a situation from a distance. You're trying to get perspective or looking at it from all angles, and that totally is Aries. That's totally the Emperor energy, looking at it from all angles, looking at it as the King of Wands, looking at it as the King of Cups, looking at it as the King of Swords, looking at it as the King of Pentacles. Is it viable financially? Is it viable emotionally? It feels like somebody here is ready to make some sort of investment. Tell me more about this. You've been looking at it from a distance, but I think you're also ready to reject it at any moment. Understand with the Four of Cups here. I think that you're watching it and you're waiting to get perspective, but you're also ready to cut the cord at any time, because the Page of Swords is here. If I drudge up any information that I don't understand, I will cut the cord. We do have the Eight of Cups, and that's sort of the Emperor energy, right? The Emperor is the conqueror, but also the one who's in charge, and the one who's like brutal, right? Making the hard decisions and the easy ones. We have the Eight of Cups. Tell me why the Eight of Cups is here. We have the Seven of Cups. Yeah, you're not here to settle for anything. The Hierophant is here. This really does feel like somebody here has been watching someone from a distance and is making a very careful, is in very careful contemplation. Should I just reject this whole thing and move along? It feels like once I'm in, I'm in. The Hierophant is here. So someone here is, I feel, is in this energy of watching something from a distance. I'm ready to invest in it. I don't want to be caught in this position where I am settling for something. You know, I feel like you don't want a fixer-upper. You want to have the turnkey thing. You want to have all the furniture in place. You want to make sure, maybe you're buying a house. You could be a realtor, possibly. Somebody looking into a major property or business for you. It feels like you want a turnkey operation. You want something that already has the processes in place. I am not going to be building something from the ground up, but I am going to be very serious about the decision that I make, and I will cut the cord at any moment if I feel like I am putting in more than I am getting out. It feels like at this time that there probably is a bit of an illusion of commitment, I want to say. And the only reason I'm saying that is because I think that you might be making this commitment based on what is going on at the time. So I'm going to say that, you know, that the Hierophant is the one that has a hard time letting go, the one who's always going to go forward with their own plan. Once the plan is in place, I'm going to go for it, and it's going to be my plan. I feel like it's something that you're committing to, but it also feels like something you need perspective on before you can commit to it, just in case there's anything that is an illusion that might be attached to the Hierophant. So you want to make sure that whoever you're deciding on, if it's a person, or whatever you're deciding on, if it's a corporation or a business, whatever it is, you want to make sure that it's clean. I'm going to be in. And when I'm in, I'm all the way in. It feels like a really big investment. Tell me about the Eight of Pentacles here and the Justice card. Because it feels like, I don't know, this almost feels like it could be someone getting a background checked on someone else, or it feels like the Emperor is a big deal. If you're the Emperor, it feels like the Emperor is a big deal. Maybe you're cross-watching this. But the Emperor is somebody who has a lot to lose. This is someone who has built themselves an empire. So they could own a lot of businesses. They could have a lot of money. This is somebody who has built themselves up to here, and they have a lot to lose. So it feels like this could be a background check, right? Eight of Pentacles and Justice. It could be a background check, that everything has to be in place before I say yes to whatever this is. Tell me about the Justice and the Eight of Pentacles, please. We've got the Magician. We've got the Four of Swords. And we have the King of Pentacles. Whatever it is, it's going to create wealth. It's going to, we've got creation here, right? With the Magician, that it has to create healing. It's got to create stability of the mind. It's got to create money or worth or pentacles for me. It feels like somebody here is ready to be all in on a relationship or a business, and it's very serious business. We might be doing background checks, could be doing something legal in the background. It feels like the Emperor is very excited about making this decision. Tell me about the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Five of Cups, the Eight of Wands, and the Six of Swords. It feels like this is already in motion. And the Eight of Wands tells me that we're about to pick up, like things are about to pick up. So I feel like you're ending, like you're coming near to the decision-making process. The Five of Cups is here. And I also feel like if you don't make that decision anytime soon, I feel like you'll be in regret. I'm just going to say, if you keep letting it hang on longer and longer and longer. The Emperor is here with the star above their head. It feels like you've healed some sort of a thought process. I want to say that maybe your thought process is one that is very fixed. And I think that you've changed your mind on something that I feel like maybe in the past you thought, you know what, I'm just going to do this life alone. I'm just going to walk this path. I'm going to find my light. I'm going to do my thing. But it feels like you found something along the way that gives you great joy or great happiness because the Ten of Cups is here. So I feel like you're about to invest in whatever this is. Tell me what the outcome is here, please. We've got the Nine of Swords. We've got the Four of Pentacles. Ooh, the Tower's here. So it feels like there still is some worry that possibly I'm leaving myself open to be hurt. The Four of Pentacles being here, it feels like somebody for the longest time was shut off and shut down. I feel like the Tower is here to remove that block. Tell me what the Tower brings. We've got the Two of Swords. There's the decision, the Six of Pentacles, and the Six of Wands. So I feel like you're about to give someone all of your time, attention, efforts, money, reciprocal energy. I feel like the Tower is here to remove the Four of Pentacles for you. The Two of Swords is the decision-making process. You're about to make one of the biggest decisions of your life, and I think it's freaking you out just a little bit. It feels like you're hoping you're going to get reciprocal energy with the Six of Wands when it does come out into the open and everybody sees it. I feel that they will cheer you on, but I think that before anything moves forward here, I feel like the Tower is bringing in, is removing blocks. And I think that the Two of Swords being here and the Four of Pentacles being here tells me that the Tower is showing up to remove some blocks for you so we can have reciprocal energy between you and another. Everything is already in motion. It's like I'm looking over the cards here for you, Aries, because I'm like, is there anything I missed? Like that feels like what your energy is right now. Is there anything I'm missing? Is there anything I missed before I say yes and before I say go? Is there anything that I've missed? This is the worry. This is the worry here, the Nine of Swords, right? Is there anything that I missed? This seems like a major decision for you. Bottom of the deck, King of Swords. you're making the best decision for everyone involved. That's what the King of Swords says, the final word, right? And so it feels like a lot is at risk. And what I want to say is maybe your family's at risk. Maybe your other businesses are at risk. It feels like you're going all in. It's like you're putting everything that you have, maybe you're taking a lot of equity out of a bunch of things and putting it all into one really big thing. It feels like with the King of Swords here that when I was just saying for a moment there, did I miss anything? Like I was looking at the read, did I miss anything? But I feel like the King of Swords is saying, did I miss anything? Did we go over all of the details? Are we sure we have all the facts? Did we do all the background checks? It feels like this is something that's super important because in this decision, the Judgment card tells me you can't go back because the Hierophant's here. It feels like once you make the decision and once you're in, you're in. And you got to make the best of it once you're in. And that's why I feel like this is such a bit of a scary decision. But I feel like you're making it with the King of Swords energy, so it's a head over heart thing. So even if it's a relationship, even if you've decided you want to ask someone to marry you or you want to bring someone into your life and maybe you want to reach out to someone you haven't seen in a very long time, whatever it is, I feel like you are doing it head over heart, looking over all the facts. And I'm going to say there's not a whole lot of emotion here. The only emotion that I see here in the cups is the Four of Cups, which is sort of stuck energy, right? Or I could reject this at any moment, reject the idea and maybe just not go forward with the plan. We've got the Seven of Cups, which is the overwhelming sort of illusion is, is this an illusion? Is this really going to work out for me or is it not? And then we have the Eight of Cups, which tells me that you've got to really decide whether you're settling for something here or not. It feels like the Tower showing up the middle of your reading is removing a bunch of blocks for you. So you're going to be able to see everything for what it is because when the Tower falls, you're able to see across to the other side of the Tower. So everything is going to be visible to you to go ahead and make some sort of sharp decision with some sort of exacting, sharp sort of, it's go time. It feels very important. I'm going to leave this right here. Thank you so much, Aries, for coming here and watching. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back. You guys take care. Bye-bye.